Hello witches, welcome back to the channel. This is Hecterios. This is going to be our runic forecast reading for December 2nd through December 8th, 2018. And this will also be the reading for the dark moon on December 7th. So, first of all, I will show you the Witch's Almanac. Okay, so as you can see, the moon is waning this week, and it culminates on Friday with the dark moon. So that energy pretty much dominates this week. This waning moon energy, this severe, intense energy. So, psychically and energetically, what I'm feeling, I've been feeling a lot of balance energy with this past full moon and the last week or so. I've been feeling things balancing out in many ways, energetically, spiritually, and in the physical mundane world in reality as well. That's the major energy I've been feeling, is balance. And coming into this dark moon, I feel like there is, how do I want to say it? Almost like a culmination point in recognizing, and not even just recognizing, but also communicating, expressing where there's a lack of balance in our relationships, in our lives, addressing the issues. That's what I'm feeling. And I feel like this is also a time of breakthrough. I'm seeing like the Ace of Swords. And feeling that energy. This is communication, but this is also clear insight and breakthrough. Breakthrough because of the clear insight and the communication. And the clear self-expression. And this is a sword. This is wielding a sword energetically. So there could be a lot of intense energy with this. There could be some fighting, some arguments, some debates, different things like that going on. But it is all needed. You know, and if people don't respect what you communicate, how you express yourself. I mean, obviously you can control how you express yourself. You don't have to be overly cruel or tyrannical, but you can be very clear and honest and express yourself and your needs and all of that. And if people don't respect it, then, you know, that is their problem. It is not yours. Now, that's what I'm feeling psychically and energetically. This is definitely a time of breakthrough. Restoration of balance in that severe aspect. And it still is positive though, because it's almost like the release from toxic situations as well that are not respecting your needs and not giving you the balance that you need, okay? Now, let's look at the astrology for the dark moon. So you can see here, December 7th, the dark moon. Let me see if I can get this to focus. So you can see here the moon is conjunct the sun, as always on the dark moon. And they're both in the constellation Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer. So this is intense energy. Ophiuchus is about resurrection, rebirth, renewal. But it is that sort of similar to the Scorpio energy. As you can see, Ophiuchus actually stands on Scorpio's back. So they're very closely tied together energetically in that life, death, rebirth energy. So this is severe energy. This is endings and new beginnings. This is the close of relationships and chapters of our life and just different areas as well. And new beginnings because of those endings. So it is also rebirth, because a lot of times when we close out toxic situations and relationships and stuff like that, it is a release, and it does renew our spirit as well. So all of that energy is at play here this week and leading into this dark moon. Now let's get into the runes. So let me adjust this camera a little bit. Okay. Now I align myself with the Most High God and the Holy Spirit Hecate. Please communicate the truth to me through these runes, so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so mote it be. Please give us your divine guidance for this week and for this dark moon, so that we can use the energies for our highest good, greatest success, and joy. Thank you, and so mote it be. Okay, so it looks like we have 4 runes. So let's just get those laid out. Okay. So the first rune that we have, I don't have the names memorized, so okay, the first rune that we have is Laguz. And this is the energy of moving water. It symbolizes our emotions, our deep unconscious and subconscious mind, which could also be associated with fears and anxieties and worries and stuff like that. It represents almost the hidden drives of our nature in that regard. And so when this rune comes up, it means pretty much the revelation of those things. So, like I was saying at the beginning of this, clear insight into ourselves, I feel, but also into others. You might be getting insight this week of why your relationships are toxic, or why situations are toxic, and not only what like your own sort of baggage, but also what other people's baggage is that's driving them to act the way that they do. So this also symbolizes counseling as well and things like that. So yes, psychic insight I feel is going to be strongly coming in with connecting the dots with things like that. Okay. The next rune that we have is Tiwaz. And this is symbolizing of duty, discipline, and responsibility. Strength in that regard as well, like with your self-discipline. This is the rune of the warrior as well. So it's almost like a soldier type energy and being disciplined in that way over yourself, basically. So this is almost like the Chariot card. It's self-mastery in that regard. This also can represent conflict though. So once again, that ties into what I was saying at the beginning of this reading. You know, with this severe energy, with this clarity, with these insights, it could lead to confrontation, but in a self-disciplined way, once again. Okay, remember that. The next rune is, I believe, Wonjo. Is how you pronounce it. This is the rune of joy and happiness. It is the rune of success, reward, also recognition and achievement of goals. So it looks like there'll be a happy outcome and a good outcome to these sort of intense energies. Once again though, if you use it in the right way, in a self-disciplined way, like I said, when you confront someone, you don't have to be tyrannical or cruel. You can just very bluntly and clearly say what you need to say, but be kind of gentle about it. Self-control. You do need to speak up for yourself, but have self-control in how you do it, okay? That's how you get the good outcome. And the final rune is, how do you pronounce this? Sowilo, I believe. And it is the sun's energy. It symbolizes success, positive energy, increase, power, fertility, health, and also a lot of active energy, dynamic energy. So that is a wonderful reading. When I look at all these together, it's definitely saying, you know, what I was saying at the beginning of this, what I'm psychically feeling, and what the astrology said. There is intense energy this week, and leading into this dark moon, there will be probably a culmination of it on the dark moon this Friday. And there's something that you need to recognize, I feel, with whatever these sort of imbalanced situations are in your life, whether that is relationships, whether that's in your work and things like that, or even in your spiritual path. There's something about the other people involved that you need to see, that's sort of like what's driving them to act the way that they're acting. But you also need to recognize within yourself, you know, what's driving you. Okay? And with that knowledge, you can come up with a more strategic, disciplined stance and approach to how you're going to deal with it, even while you are being the warrior and saying what you need to say and doing what you need to do for your own well-being and to get that balance that you need. And by doing so, with both of those runes' advice, you get the good outcomes. Okay? And this is, you know, I feel like this rune, the one Joe is saying, this is the good outcome. And this rune is saying this is the renewal and the rebirth because of that. Okay, so it really does resonate to what I was saying at the beginning of this reading. With the Ophiuchus serpent bear energy, this is bringing the ending to negative situations, and because of that, also release from those situations or from the negativity involved in the situations, and then moving forward successfully. And that is in itself also the rebirth and the renewal and the revitalization of yourself in many ways. Whenever we heal a negative situation that's going on in our lives, it frees up our energy in every area of our life. That's just how it works, okay? So I will end it like that. I hope that this reading helps you, and I hope that you have a good week and do all of what you need to do, and deeply take in the messages, especially with these two runes, and see what you can do and approach differently. Maybe shift your perspective in some things and look deeper into the situations to get more valuable insight, and use that information, as the runes are saying, for the highest good of all. So, and I hope that you have a great dark moon and new moon. And that's going to be all for the reading. If you would like a private reading, if you would like custom spell work or any kind of custom handmade magical jewelry or crafts, or if you would like to join my private Facebook teaching group with paid membership for all of those videos and content, just get in contact with me through the methods below in the description box. You can contact me on Facebook, email, or Instagram, and we can discuss all of the details and prices there. So thank you for watching, and until next time, hail to the witches, hail Hecate, and blessed be.